My sister Libby was a really pretty kid. People would always comment on her pretty hair, her pretty eyes, her pretty dresses. They always said how she reminded them so much of our late mother. But she was around 12, I think. Let's see, I was 8 that year, so yeah, she was 12. Uh, Anyways, our dad decided to homeschool her and started taking her all his business meetings. I was so jealous because I'd come home from school and she'd tell me how they'd go to restaurants and she'd eat french fries and how dad even let her have ice cream sometimes. One day, school's out for some reason I can't remember. Dad has to take both of us to one of his meetings. When we get to the restaurant, there's already 2 men waiting for us at one of the booths. They don't even acknowledge me. They just immediately zero in on Libby. She ends up sitting next to one of them, and I remember how green his tie was. It was so hideous. And I remember wondering if all businessmen had to wear ugly ties. This guy offers Lib his fries, and he stares at her when she eats them. Just stares at her. I'd never seen anyone look at her like that before. It was scary, you know? I couldn't tell what that look meant. Like, was he mad, or it was something I couldn't understand yet. But I remember feeling really off at the time. I think what weirded me out the most was how nervous my dad was. First, I thought it was because he was asking for money, but now whenever I hear someone say, I think an arrangement can be made, I fucking lose it. I lose it, man. And I know what you're thinking. My dad couldn't go through with it, though. He ended up stringing these guys along for weeks, using Libby as bait, and he'd demand payment first. But once he had the cash, we'd vanish. This happened a lot over the next year. Several different men, different restaurants, different friends for Libby. Poor thing. She thought she was making Dad proud because he'd always praise her for being such an adult. So mature. We'd hear him in the evening talking to someone on the phone, and he'd always say, I think an arrangement can be made. I think an arrangement can be made. One day I came home from school and he was crying, sobbing on the couch. He couldn't talk, couldn't even look at me, couldn't do nothing but cry. There was a duffel bag open next to him. More money than I'd ever seen. I guess one of the men he'd stolen from had found him, threatened him with God knows what. So he finally did make that deal. He told Libby he was going to take her shopping, but once they got to the mall, he said he forgot his wallet. But he told her it'd be fine because his new business partner was going to buy her whatever she wanted. Man walked up to him and he reached for her hand. And she just took it. Walked away with him. No one around questioned it. She wasn't screaming. She wasn't trying to get away. Dad and I moved to Florida the following week. As I was unpacking, I found a shoebox. And inside was that ugly green tie with a note. It said, "Libby, you're so pretty." There was also a men's dress shirt, baseball cap, handkerchief, all spritzed with cologne. These men had given Libby tokens, gifts to remind her of them. For years, I didn't know what upset me the most. The fact that one of those bastards that stole my sister, that my dad had let them do it. When I finally asked him where she was, what had happened to her, he told me the truth. I strangled him with that tie. He looked like Mardi Gras. Green tie, purple skin, yellow piss soaking the carpet. Mom would be so mad if she knew. So sad. So disappointed in me. I'm sorry, you asked me what I wanted for my last meal, and here I am going on and on and on. French fries and ice cream, please.